Hey friends, welcome. Today we are going to determine the dissociation constant of weak acid by using EMF measurement or by using potentiometer. In order to make the EMF measure, first of all we need to construct an electrochemical cell. So over here the cell which we will construct will be made up of a hydrogen half cell and a silver half cell with our weak acid as a common electrolyte. The hydrogen half cell will be taken as an anode, that is platinum into H2, and the pressure will be 1 atmosphere. Now this cell is in contact with our weak acid Ha, whose molarity is M1. Now this weak acid is again in contact with the salt of the weak acid. So its salt, that is suppose we can take NaA. So this is the salt of the weak acid, and suppose M2 is the molarity of this particular salt, and further it is in contact with a common cation, that is suppose we are having sodium chloride whose molarity is M3. So it is in contact with a common cation, and that is in contact with our silver chloride electrode, that is AgCl solid, which is in contact with silver. So this will be the construction of our cell. And suppose if we are using acetic acid over here, then this salt will be our sodium acetate and hence NaCl, and this will construct our cell wherein our hydrogen half cell will act as an anode and our silver chloride half cell will act as a cathode. Now the chemical reaction which is occurring for the passage of 1 Faraday, on anode we know oxidation takes place and on cathode reduction will take place, and the net reaction I can write it as AgCl solid. It gives silver plus H plus Cl minus. So this is the net reaction taking place, and the EMF of the cell is given by Nernst equation, that is E is equal to E0 minus RT by F ln of activity of H plus ions into activity of Cl minus ions. So this will be the EMF of the cell, where E0 is the standard EMF of hydrogen and silver chloride cell. Now further we know that activity can be represented in terms of concentration by using activity coefficient gamma. So activity A, I can write it in the form of activity is equal to M into gamma, where gamma is our activity coefficient. So similarly for activity of H plus, I can write M into H plus into gamma into H plus. So this will be the activity, and similarly for Cl also I can write. So I will substitute the concentration terms in this particular representation, and the molarity term I will take one side and the activity coefficient term I will take other side. So the relation will become E is equal to E0 minus RT by F ln of M of H plus into M of Cl minus RT by F ln of gamma of H plus into gamma of Cl minus. So this will be the representation. Further we are considering the dissociation constant. So suppose as we have considered that Ha is our weak acid, and this Ha it dissociates to give H plus and A minus. So the dissociation constant K for the dissociation of weak acid can be written as K is equal to activity of H plus into activity of A minus upon activity of Ha. And further we know that activity can be represented in terms of concentration by this particular relationship, and hence I can write molarity of H plus into molarity of A minus upon molarity of Ha into gamma of H plus into gamma of A minus upon gamma of Ha. So this will be the representation, and further I will convert K in the form, or we can multiply by ln on both hand side, also by RT by F. So I will multiply both sides by RT by F and then ln. So we will have RT by F ln K is equal to ln of NH plus Na minus upon NHA into, we will have RT by F plus RT by F ln gamma of H plus gamma of A minus upon gamma of H. So this will be the relationship. In this particular relationship, if we will add the right hand side terms and we will subtract the left hand side terms. Okay, that means I will be adding both these terms on right hand side over here, and then I can subtract this term. That is, you are adding 1 rupee and then you are subtracting 1 rupee. So ultimately the result will be the same, so there won't be any change. So when we add both this relationship in this particular representation and subtract this, the representation will take the form E is equal to E0 minus RT by F ln MHA MCL minus upon MA minus RT by F ln gamma HA gamma CL minus upon gamma A minus RT by F ln K. So this will be the representation, because when we add this particular term over here, we are having minus ln H plus and plus ln H plus. So both these terms will be cancelled out. Okay, and again this will be minus, so this will be minus of this, so minus we are taking common, so it will be plus, so it will come in numerator, and m of h a minus will come in the denominator. Further, we will rearrange this representation in the form that we will take E0 on left hand side, and then RT by F is common in all the three representation, so that also we will take on left hand side, and ln we will convert into logarithm. So the relation will become, first we will take E minus E0, then we are taking this common RT by F and we will take this side, so we will have F by RT and ln is converted into log, so we will have 2.303. okay, that is equal to, and now we will take this particular term also left hand side, so we will have plus log of m of HA into m of CL minus upon m of A minus is equal to minus log of K minus log of gamma HA gamma CL minus upon gamma A minus. So this will be the representation, and in the right hand side of this particular relationship can be set equal to K dash in case of an infinite dilution, or can be set equal to K dash because this activity coefficients are also constant. So both these terms, this is also constant, this is also constant, so both these terms can be combined and can be written as log of K dash. And at infinite dilution, when we are considering infinite dilution, we know that activity will be equal to the concentration, and under such circumstances the activity coefficient gamma is always equal to unity, and log of 1 is 0, and at infinite dilution K dash will be equal to K. So in this particular relationship, by setting up cells of various concentrations, the value of E0, that it is standard potential, so it is already known. With the help of potentiometer we can measure the different values of E. F is our Faraday's constant, R is Yale gas constant, and T is the temperature of the system, that is known. So this particular relationship can be, or the value of this particular relationship can be calculated. Also, by knowing the molality of HA, that is undissociated weak acid, M of Cl minus is nothing but, if we consider that the NaCl in our cell, it dissociates completely, then if NaCl is dissociating completely, then the concentration of the NaCl will be equal to the molality of Cl minus, so that is known, and the molality of A minus is also known. So over here we can easily determine the value of both the terms which are present in the left hand side of the relation, and if the values of left hand side is plotted against the ionic strength of various molalities, that is, we are preparing solutions of different molalities and then we are measuring different EMF, and we know that for different molalities the ionic strength will be different. So we will have for different ionic strengths we will get the different values of our left hand side, and when we plot a graph of our left hand side with the ionic strength mu, we know that ionic strength mu is nothing but it is half summation Ci Zi square. So we can find the ionic strength also, and we have the value of left hand side also. So when we plot a graph we will get a straight line, and the extrapolated value at the infinite dilution, so extrapolated value at infinite dilution will be at 0 ionic strength, and this extrapolated value will give us the value of minus log of k, and from this value of minus log of k we can easily determine the dissociation constant k. Okay, so hence by using potentiometric we can easily determine the dissociation constant of any weak acid, subject to the condition that the molalities of the solution that we have prepared is known, and the potential of that particular electrochemical cell of a particular concentration is known. Then we can easily calculate the ionic strength, and then ionic strength is plotted against the left hand side term of this particular relationship, which will give us the straight line, and the intercept at infinite dilution will be equal to minus log of k, and then by taking the antilog of that particular value, that is we will have antilog of, suppose the value is x over here, so we will have antilog of minus x will give us the value of k, and hence by using potentiometer we can easily determine the dissociation constant of weak acid. Hope the topic was clear. Thank you very much.